Hey guys, how's it going? We are on a pick and purchased a scooter that's been sitting back here. We kind of unknown history on it. It doesn't look all that old. And it is a what? A Yamaha Vino? Well, I guess it's like a 50cc kind of scooter. I want to say it's definitely been quite a few years that's been back here. Judging by the mouse crap and everything running around it. How many miles are on it? 981 miles. So, I don't know if it's in good shape. If it's not in good shape, looks like the floor pan's been removed. I don't know if it's been having some issues or not. But we're going to go bring it back to the shop and put it up on the lift and see if we can resuscitate it or figure out what happened to it. All right, it's parked back here in the corner. So let's go drag this out of here and let's go have some fun. Just want to kind of show you, back up a little bit. I'll show you where we are and what we got to do to get it out. Got a ways to go. There's a little bit of a path though. Alright, meet you back at the shop. Well, we made it back to the garage and I gathered a bunch of bits that were laying around. I don't know if we have all of it, most of it, some of it, none of it. There's some cabinets around it and all, kind of picked through those and found some pieces that looked like they possibly go to it. So let's go get it on the bench and we'll do a little exploratory, see if we can figure out what happened to it and possibly we're going to revive it. Alright, let's go get her on the table. Time to operate. And now we got it on the lift. Let's get a better look at what we're dealing with here. So it looks like the oil cap access is off. They were trying to dig possibly to the carb air cleaners off. The battery box is open. It's got a power lead out of it. I found a key. It was in a drawer next to a cabinet next to it. We got for stickers, Moped 2011. And well, we got 2009 there, so we are math 14 years probably since the last time it ran or the last time it was registered. And what we got on this side, I guess the carb is open. I do see some of the hardware in its locations. That's a good sign. The floorboard and all. Not sure about this stuff. Let's start by getting the plug out of it. We'll shoot a little bit of oil down inside there and we'll give her, looks like it's got a kick start. I would guess it probably has electric start too, maybe. Oh, we got a button, got a horn. And I think that's crank right there. So maybe electric start. Let's, like I said, let's go get the plug out of it. We'll start with that. And we'll get a little bit of oil in it for however long it's been sitting. Plug's tight. Feels like the whole engine's ready to fall out of it. Might be something broken off down below. I see a bolt with like going to nowhere. Alright, so 2-stroke. You can read the plug, see how it was running. And not too bad. A little oily soaked. There's something called, where'd it go? Fogger. So fogger's an oil that you use when you're putting something away, and you dump it into the carb and you stall it out. And what it does is it makes it so it can inhibit rust from forming. But we're going to use it the other way. We're going to use it to kick it. Feels weird. Oh, we're rubbing on the kickstand. Let me go pop it up in the air on the stand. There we go. It's cranking over. So fogger, again, it's like, say you have an outboard or something that you're going to put away. Right at the end of the season, you disconnect the fuel going to it, you fire it up, and you start running it out of gas, and you start shooting the fogger into the carburetors until it stalls, and it just puts a coating of oil and everything. I'm going to start using it on stuff that's been sitting. Usually I use like a 2-stroke gas and oil mix, but go throw the plug in it. And let's go see if we get any spark out of anything. That's going to be kind of like probably one of our bigger issues. Where'd you put the plug? You're looking at it. It's in there. I don't know if it needs a battery to have spark neither. Let's go find out. And do we have a kill switch? Let me go look. That's headlight. That way it looks like it's run. See nothing. Actually, it's got a key. Let's go turn the key on. That might help. There we go. Good. Got spark. That part of it's working. I'll show you what I mean by the hardware that was hanging. I don't know if it's part of anything or not. It's kind of like this was floating in the air like it's supposed to attach to something, and it's missing. Plus the engine moves really easy. Maybe it's just rubber supported. Yeah. There's a little electric starter there. Okay, let's go pop this cover off real quick. That should be where the CVT transmission is. Let's take a quick look inside there for possibly rodents. So the serial number starts with a J. I think anything that starts with a J means it was made in Japan. Just because it says Yamaha on it, you know. It's like a Toyota could be made United States, Japan, wherever. I think that's the code for it. Okay. Is this cover coming off? Yeah, I don't have any, like I said, there's no history on it. We're cleaning out an estate. This is one of the things that were left behind. You're probably going to be seeing a few things from that property. Actually, you already have. It's the same property that the side-by-side came from. The diesel one. Alright. Any rodents? I didn't access much, and I did it. It's just like a dust cover. We got screws going all the way around it. It actually looks sealed up pretty good. I thought that this was going to be like just covering the belt, so maybe we'll leave that alone. It actually looks like it might be wet. There's a little cap. We did a four-wheeler once. We took that cover off. It was just nothing but packed with a nest. Let's go poke something in there. Just want to be cautious that I don't damage anything that isn't damaged, you know. I don't see this being wet, but there's some up on the stick. I'm not sure what's in there. That's the cap set. I don't have an owner's manual or nothing. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's dribble a little bit of fuel in the plug hole and give her a couple of kicks and see if it comes over, and we'll kind of listen to it, see if it's clacky or not. And we get that oil in there too, so that might fight us. Of course, flooding it out, but let's go see. I think I saw a battery too in the containers in that bag. Kind of weird looking battery. It's like a battery pack. It doesn't have any kind of. It flows. Check my point cap. Make sure I just dropped it and closed it. Let me open that back up. By the time I get the plug in there, it's gonna be all evaporated. Let's go here. Adjust by eye. We'll call that good. Yeah, I think it's a plastic cover. It's floating around the plug. Felt like everything was loose, but maybe because like the air cleaner box isn't there. So that should have spark. Let's give her a couple of yanks if anything happens. Get up there. There you go. live. That part works. Not sure about the rest of it. Let's go get the float bowl off of it. See if we have. There's got to be some reason why they took it apart. Let's go see if we have a fuel issue with it. Looks pretty clean though. Where is the gas tank in this thing? Let's go look inside that. Yeah, looks like we got a key for that. Put that out there. The key for here. What does this do? The seat? Oh, we got goodies. Oh, what we got? It is for motor scooters. It looks like a owner's manual. What else we got? A little bit of paperwork. G Cycles. Not going to show you that. Info on it, but cool. We got that stuff. Let's go see what our gas tank reveals. Let's get up in there with a little light. We're going in. There's some cruddies looking there in the corner. You can see it. How would we get to? It's pretty empty though. Definitely got some like crap on the bottom. I don't know if the lights are hurting you. You can see the crap that's in there. But the tank itself looks pretty good. Doesn't see that it's just that. I don't know how we're gonna get maybe like a rag and get your prop there. It's not shaking. A rag on one of those like little claws. You can get down there. What's this? Our gas gauge. Yeah, it's gonna be our gas gauge. Right there. I would figure it probably has a filter going out. Is that the out right there? There it is. There's the pickup on that side. And a little bit of this, a little bit of that hanging around. I don't know if this side cover comes off. Yeah, let's go see if we can get this cover out of our way. Don't look like all that much is holding it. I wonder if this is like an access to a screw or something, or are we breaking something? Kind of wants to. Let's go take the screw out in front and see if it comes off. We do have the owner's manual too to look. Yeah, something back here is holding it. I also see something down here. What's that right there? I would say it's probably got a screw underneath it. I don't know how the plastic comes off though. I see it. See where it went. And guess there was a screw under it. Anything else? I think we're in. There we go. Cool. Now we can see what's happening. Up in there, there's a little fuel selector. Yeah, so this is the fuel in, this is the fuel going out. And a lot of times this gets like a vacuum pulse from the engine. When the engine's running, it turns on or opens the valve for here. And if it stops running, I think the idea is that it shuts it off. I don't think it was a reserve. I think this having a gas gauge on it would not have a reserve on it. I think that's how it's set up. I don't know about getting that tank out of there to go clean it. We might, again, just be better off kind of leaving it maybe where it is for now. We'll just try slopping up what's in it, and maybe we'll dump some fuel through it, and we'll see what we get coming out of the float ball. I don't know if we can get that carb out of there, or at least kind of wonder if we can get the two screws off of it and get the bowl. That back one's gonna be hard to get to. And again, sitting for that long, I see the crud hanging off the side of it. It looks pretty clean, but still. All right, let's. I'm gonna go work on cleaning out that tank, and maybe we'll pop a fuel line off of here. And chomp. My problem is that gas gauge is going to get in the way of us. Let's see if we can get it down in there. Maybe I'm going to cut this up, make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, because we're not going to be able to make it around. It's actually got like a little metal bridge going across too. We're even going to be able to Oh, we should be able to. I'm going to cut about a quarter of that size. I got a bunch of mud on that one. I'm going to go cut the other, that rag up into the other 3 pieces and keep doing the same. Yeah, got a lot of junk out of it. How about we give her a little bit of much better. Let me see. I should do the trick without removing the tank. Let's go get that fuel line off the bottom, and we'll put some fuel through it. Yeah, there's a difference between getting something to run and getting something to run. It's a spider. Alive or dead? Dead. Getting something to run and stay running. That's why cleaning the tank, cleaning all the fuel system out. If you don't, you just put gas in it and try running it. You know, you run it for a while, but then you're going to be on the side of the road dealing with it then. Oh, metal tab's annoying. We'll make room. They make a pair of pliers that had them for a long time. I would say Harbor Freight sells them. I'll show you. For fuel lines, like if you don't want to damage them, like these fuel lines are good. They hold up to ethanol. They sell pliers that are like these. And they come in different sizes. You can grab around fuel lines and hoses. You can kind of break them loose. And you don't tear into them. You don't damage them. Let's go crimp that off. And I believe we're running straight gas because I think this has an oil tank on the other side. Let's go take a quick peek at that. Yeah, it's got an oil tank on this side. It's all hanging off of it already. Let's get that last screw out of there. We'll get this cover off too. Let's see if that system is working. It'll burn up if it's not. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I don't know if that serves a purpose or not. Yeah, the tank is filled up to here and it looks like it has a light or something on it. Or, I don't think that's a pump. I think that's probably maybe just a low indicator. Yes, that's running down. That's going into it under the cover. So I can see it's probably got like a direct injection into the crankcase part of it. I still haven't found why they went and took it apart. Again, we haven't had it running off the carb yet. All right, let's go back to where we were. Let's go put some fuel in it, see what it does. Get the light out of there. Making a mess. Ugh. We got a clean cup. Let's see what we get. Get up in there. The electron to shut that back off again. Yeah. Actually looks pretty good. So we went right through it and it's coming out really nice and clean. I kind of really want to pull that carb off though. So get a better bite on that. There we go. Let's... I don't think we're going to be able to get that float bowl out the way it is. I think we're going to have to pull the carb away to do it. And let's go see if there's a simple way. It's packed up in there pretty good. Can we take this whole upper tote out of it? Does the basket come out? Yeah. We just have to pull it away. We don't have to get it. Sometimes there's one screw in the back that you can... Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. There's like a Phillips right down Probably about dead center of your screen, right behind that hose. Up in there. That. I'm going to go try loosening that up. See if we can wiggle that carburetor out enough to kind of get the bowl out. Because I know if I don't do it, we're going to need it. My other thought though is, like, I can't see assembling it or disassembling it that far to be able to just to get to the carb. I think you'd be able to just pull whatever that side cover was off over there. Was that enough to do it? Maybe not. I'm going to keep going on that, see if we can loosen up a little further, see if we get that to pop out of there. Yeah, it's like a flexible intake boot. I want to break it to get the pop. And what they do is they'll have like a little rib going around it, or a shoulder. There it goes. Good. Now we can get to the screws on the bottom of the bowl. Unless it's really, shouldn't have to take it off unless it's really cruddy. But again, it all depends whether it's sat with gas and all that gas evaporated. And we have a bunch of crap in there. The throttle moves though, so that's a good sign. Sometimes the slide won't even move. What's your bets? Clean or dirty? I'm going to say somewhat dirty. Like my women. What do we got? It has two-stroke oil in it. So the fuel evaporated and left the oil behind. I wouldn't say it looks terrible though. It actually looks pretty good. Let's get up and personal with it. We're going to go look at that. Main jet right there is the one. Then there's a little one right next to it. So I'm going to go take some carb cleaner and go spray those two guys out. Make sure fluid kind of goes up into them. Needle's moving okay, it seems to be. We'll throw that back together. We'll turn the gas on. And we'll let it flush through. There's a screw on the bottom of this bowl right there that allows you to purge the fuel through it. And that'll tell us we're getting gas to it. It may not work though, because like I said, I think it might need to see it being cranked over for it to open the valve to let the fuel flow. That's the other thing too. Let's while I'm doing this, let's go take a quick look at the battery and see if there's any kind of life to it. We could throw it on a charger while we're screwing around with other stuff. And what do we got? I think it was in the bag here. Seems like a weird charging method. Do not attempt boost charging under any circumstances. What's boost charging? Let's go put a test light on it, see if anything happens. We would just put like one of the trickle chargers on it. Valve regulated. What's valve regulated? I mean, got a capacitor? How many volts is it? Does it even say? You would think that would be something a battery would have written on it, wouldn't you? How do we know what to charge it at? Is it 6 or is it 12? I guess it would be 12, but I don't know that. Guess we can Google the battery. See what it comes up with. See if there's anything in it. Oh, it's lighting up. Well, that's good. Let's actually we'll get a meter. Let's go throw it across. If it says anything over 7 volts, we know it's 12. We want voltage DC. Are we on DC? Yes, we are. And doesn't matter what direction. It'll just say negative. 12.24. Good. I expected to buy a battery. Should still think it would say 12 volts, huh? Yeah, watch your eyes. Came off the top, that's good. The idle circuit. Idle circuit's much smaller, so That's the one that, it's like it's passing through the other sides. I'll call that for a win. I'm gonna go through the float bowl back on that and start buttoning that back up. We'll hook the fuel line up to it. And maybe we'll throw the battery and see if the starter cranks. And then if the starter cranks, we can get the fuel to go instead of me, kicking it ridiculously. Another thing sometimes can be an issue. You see how that oil is sitting in the bottom of that? The oil is so heavy that it can't get drawn up by the center of the jet. It's just too thick. So the thing won't run just because that oil is sitting in the bottom of it. Again, sometimes you can get it to purge from the plug and all, but sometimes you'll end up pulling the bowl, and if there's that much oil just sitting there, it just can't run. The orifice is too tiny for to suck that. It's like you get yourself a real thick milkshake and trying to suck it up through the straw. That's the idea. It just doesn't have the capacity to do it until it thins out, till your shake warms up. Actually, under that oil, it had a bunch of mud up inside here that I just got done cleaning out, and this passage from here to here was clogged. I ended up getting it pushed out, but I tried pushing fluid through it and it would not go at first. So kind of a good thing we did it. And that's that overflow. I'll put that back in. Overflow, that's a drain. The overflow is this right here. So if the float ever stuck, if the float sticks, instead of it going down into the engine, it goes up to the height of this post right here, and then we'll dump on the ground. And you'll look, you see it's pissing fuel. You'll be like, why is it doing that? Because your float's stuck. And that's the tail. Kind of tries to save the engine for and not hydrolocking it and filling up the crankcase. All right, now I can go put that back on. And let's see if we get it to pop back in. I believe it wasn't going to fall off, that's for sure. There it goes. Good. Actually, at the last minute, I saw an air fuel mix on the other side when I was going to go tighten that up. I'm going to go pop that back off of there again and make sure that's clean. It's on the side of it over here. You're not going to be able to see. Well, there is a... Right, so there you get a tinier screwdriver. Just an air fuel mix right there. That I want to go pop that out and blow that out real quick. I'm going to pop the bowl back off and do everything. Let's go see it's half, one and a half, 2 turns out. Might be able to get the screwdriver. I have like a needle on it. Possibly a spring. There we go. Actually looks pretty clean. I'm going to go pop the bowl back off, go rinse some fluid back through there, and finish putting them together. Like it never happened. Let's see if we get anything without cranking it. So we're looking to have fuel come out of there when we open it. I mean, now the fuel line's hooked up, so yeah, we're not getting anything. Right, let's go throw that battery in it and crank it and see if that'll help us. There we go. Is there a wire in there? What's it plug into? See a relay hanging down below it. That? It's already got, maybe those two? Let's go look at the battery again. Maybe just slide right over the top of the battery. All right. There we go. How would it get into the battery box? How would you get it in through there? Yeah. And we would be. What's your thoughts? Like that or like that? Hot side. It's pretty funky, huh? Good luck trying to get a different battery than that to fit. Alright. Because it doesn't. That ain't gonna fit in there. Does it go the other way? Can't go like that. Let me do some exploring. The cover's got about an inch of. Can we get that out of there? Definitely goes like that. But without the thing, will it close? Yeah. So how do we get? Huh? How would we get that on there, sticking out that far, and still cover? Words. Clear the cover. How would we do that? Okay, so there's a recess. Down. It goes like that. I heard you. Calm down. So how would we wrap it? I wonder if he pulled the wires out and the wires are already tucked down inside there. Is there a hole down below? Yeah, because they're not gonna. Maybe? Oh, that seems kind of dumb to me. We're getting there. We'll leave it like that for now. Let's turn the key, see if anything happens. And where's the hole? Dash lit up. Let's go see. I don't know if we have to hold a brake or something. Yeah, it's weak. Let's get the. Do we have the plug in it? Yeah, let's get the plug out of it so it's got less resistance. Let's try it without the plug. Turn it on. Let's see if we're pissing any gas. That thing is open, so. Not seeing any fuel coming out of it. Maybe we'll try and we'll close it up. We'll prime it with fuel and we'll give it a kick and let it kind of run and die. Maybe we can kind of like bottle feed it a little bit, try to keep it running a little bit and see if it'll do it. Actually, I had closed the valve. Let's go see if it's got any fuel in it. Yeah, awesome. Close that back up. Put the plug back in it and see. I don't know. Maybe we have to kick start it. It might not spin fast enough. We'll even give her a little helping hand. Let's go try it with the key first. If it doesn't go, then we'll kick it. It's an electric start, I should say. Nah, I don't think that's gonna go. You don't get much of a kick out of it. Might have to turn the fan on. Stay running. Let it clear out. That's safe and idle. You can adjust that air fuel mix too. And we go get a little tiny screwdriver. Get there running. We don't have the air cleaner on either, so that's going to kind of throw it off a little bit. Okay, headlight. Directionals work, brake lights work. Good, I'm going to go turn the fan on. We're going to let it warm up a little bit. And then we can pop that air cleaner on. We could tweak the air fuel mix on it. I'm going to go rev it up, kind of like clear out. I think it has a bunch of two-stroke oil bogged down in it. And we'll get that to clear out first. We'll let it run a little bit. Yeah, it's dying. Something's going on with it. That might be where we were taking it apart. I don't know if it's not installing for fuel or... That's full throttle. And then until it dies. Let's go see if there's any gas coming out of that carb. Or how much gas comes out of it. Turn the key off. Now I should have stopped the flow. Let's go crack that bowl open. Yeah, see how much it runs for. Could be using up the fuel. That seems like it's a pretty good amount. Should stop though. Okay. So maybe we found what our problem is. Was that, you know, he was trying to figure out what was causing it. Why it would run and die. It was running okay at first, and then as we ran it more. You know what? Before we get carried away, let's go try changing the plug out, just in case it's fouled, and we're going to rev it up and the plug is dying. Two strokes are kind of notorious for that. I'm not saying that's what the problem is, but when we go grab another plug, we'll throw it in and we'll try it again. And let's go for a new plug. Same as one that was in it. I don't know if it's the correct one or not, but we'll replace it with what was there. The gap looks good. I've seen it before. I've seen it happen. I've got to get the little tit off the top of it yet. Get rid of that. Plug wire is that little ratchet that holds onto it. Think it was it? I'm kind of doubting it, but I hope so. Alright, let's give her a kick, see what she does. Alright, you think the electric start will have enough to do anything? See if we took a charge. Better. And died. seemed like it started to die like it did before. I cut my hand over it and almost really choked it out. And then I got all wet with fuel going around it. Let's go see what it does. Let it sit a little bit. Maybe we'll try popping that air cleaner on it and see if it needs the air cleaner to run correctly. I wouldn't think it would die completely with the air cleaner off though. Let's go see what we got for that wherever the air cleaner. Here it is. We'll throw that on there. Think we should open it first or just go for it? So open it, make sure there's no mouse nest in it. After all, it wasn't a barn, so. And this is where they like to hide. Definitely oil soaked. Oil soaked in it. Don't believe it's supposed to be. A little bit of crap in it. But that is 2-stroke oil that went up into the air cleaner. I don't know what we can try washing this with. Have to order one. I'm gonna try just wringing this out without destroying it. You can see it's gonna crack real easy if I get too overzealous with it. But we've got to have enough so the air can go through. I can actually see the oil right in the center of it. Yeah, it's all in the cover. Alright, let me go clean it out. I'm going to let it idle behind us for a while. I don't want to try using any kind of solvent on it because I think it'll just melt it. It's already failed right there. We'll get a new one as long as our problems go away. We finish cleaning this side out. We'll shove it on there. See what happens. But before we pop the air cleaner back on, let's go rev it up, see if it still does the same thing. Yep. Alright, we'll pop the air cleaner on, see if it goes away. Like that, maybe? Get rid of this for now. Let's just hold it up against it and see if it makes any difference. It's biting me. is what the issue is. And here's my let me turn the, I'm gonna let the air clear out and we'll talk in a second. So here's the scenario I'm thinking that of what happened. That the bike probably sat for a long period of time, and of course the oil filter got filled with that oil, and he was trying to run it and was like running with the choke on. It was probably stalling it out, you know, too rich. Then he took it apart and went and looked into it, and he took the air cleaner off, and it went the opposite way. It went too lean. It was dying for that side of it, and at that point maybe just kind of gave up on it. Put grease on there that able to get that elbow. It's got a lip, it's got a pop on. Let's see if that'll help us. But so I think probably that's where they gave up. There was just that, and maybe the oil sitting in the bottom of the carb that we saw too. Because again, this air cleaner was already off, so whatever oil, that oil was already there as a problem before we, you know, that we even started playing with it. It's gonna fight me. There's no good way to get in there with your fingers to give it a pop over it. We might have to soak this in hot water. The rubber part of it's gotten kind of brittle. Starting to go. Slip off, I know it is. Alright, I gotta work on that. Try to get that on there. I'm probably gonna soak this in hot water on the end of it to get this boot to you know, soften up a little bit. It's too aged. Oh yeah. That did it. Just had to put a little heat on it, that's all. Let's see, get the clamp on. Old age, so you just got to warm the bones up a little. It's got 2 screws in there that hold it. Let's go fire it up again and see if we're in the clear. If we are, start putting all the plastics on, so you've got all the pieces for that. second. It's gonna adjust that air fuel mix too. Get all the junk off the bench. Back you up. Go tweak that air fuel. Doesn't sound too bad now, but let's see if we can get just fine tune it a little. Kind of hanging sideways, but it is right there. I put it back where it was, so it might be okay. We'll run it into a little bit of a delay to it. Keep going out a little. One thing is, you go out too far sometimes, like when you go to, it'll idle smoother. Like that. But you go to rev it, you might get a flat spot. That's what it does. Good. First, a little bit. We're about 3 turns out on that right now. It was 2 before. Okay, kill it. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of time to probably should air up the tires and stuff too, huh? I don't think there's anything now. There's nothing in them. You squeeze them shut. And I'll see what we have for plastics. Looks like mice have been running on it. You can see the trail of mice. And see about picking the rest of the pieces back on and see if we have everything we need and hardware and all. Again, I didn't see hardware before, but I am seeing a bunch of screws taken out of where, put back where they were taken out of. So that's a good sign. I'll be back. We got 3 of the bigger pieces. That one's pretty self-explanatory. We got this one and this one. This one looks maybe like that? No. That one will go there, kind of, sort of. Right there, up high. What about this one? Underneath, maybe? Like that. I'll see what it screws to though. Goes over that and that. I bet you it goes up the front. Does it go like that? I'd say yes. And then the upper one holds down on top of it. The lower level screwed down. I do see these funky plastic caps. I don't know. They go down far enough to lock it. It's kind of odd. Guess so. And that goes there. Little quick button things. I don't know where it goes. So we're supposed to have 22 in the front and 25 in the rear. Let's see what we actually have. I'm going to say 4 pounds, 5 pounds. I think the gauge starts at 5. What do we got? We have 1. I remember. I don't. It's like 2003 or 2006. The machine is, I think. 40's a tad too much. Would it say 22? You don't think it'll dry rot it at all. What we got? Doesn't even move. $25. Ready to cruise for chicks. More fire. Okay. Found another piece of plastic. Peter Wolf owned it. Just says "Wolf" everywhere. That's a license plate. I mean, I guess maybe that's supposed to be the license plate. New Hampshire, they give you a regular, like, motorcycle plate for a moped. So is it an optical illusion, or does that handlebar look like it's bent down more than that one? Or is it the mirrors that are just kind of screwing me out? That mirror looks like it's sitting lower, but I wonder if it's sitting low because the handlebar is out of whack, you know? Both the same. I think the whole machine is just leaning over on the kickstand. Does it look better now? Yeah, the kickstand has more. It's got the tail that you kick it down with on this side. And I think that is holding the bike leaning. Yeah. Maybe compared to the lift. If not, we'll put a pipe on it and give her a yank. I don't see any scuff marks on it like it was crashed or anything. And usually if the handlebars are bent, there's going to be a road rash of some fashion on it. I don't see anything. Brake check. Both feel good. Street takeover. Runs pretty good. No complaints. Born to be wild. See how fast she goes. do 30 if I get it good enough straightaway. Well, for the little short run that it was, it seems like everything is operating like it should. If it had a better straightaway, I can get it up to 30. That's kind of what it's supposed to do, max out. I don't know if they have the exhaust ports plugged a little bit to kind of restrict it or not, but I don't know. I'm not sure if, like I said, I'm going to hold on to it, see if my wife wants it or not, and or I'll probably just put it up for sale. Springtime coming in. Right now it's 30 degrees out, so it's a tad chilly to be going for a ride. Yeah, it's definitely, you can tell the quality difference between this and like a Chinese scooter. It definitely has a beat as far as the quality, the plastic holding up, every time it seems like I take one of the Chinese scooters apart, the carburetors are always like corroded to death. Just the materials that they're made out of just don't hold up. But this one does seem to be, you know, if you're going to hold on to something for a longer period of time, this is, what did we say it was? Is it 04? So it's 21 years old. And it's still, other than needing a detailing, really looks pretty good. It's held up to the test of time. Alright guys, with that, it's going to be a quicker video than normal because there wasn't that much wrong with it, other than the air filter ended up getting plugged with oil, and I think it was starving for air. Then he took the air cleaner off, and it was starving for fuel. And everything else seems to be okay. That battery's probably going to recover on it also. Alright guys, with that, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me, and we'll get into wrenching on something else real soon. Till then, I'll see you later. Hello ladies.